All right, guys, check, check, check. Microphone is good. Levels are good. Just wanted to hop on in here real quick and just give you a little update on Bitcoin price action. What I'm doing, I'm actually in two shorts right now. One short I did take from the 74,000 rejection, right? The minute that we got back into, let's back it up. One of the biggest things in trading and one of the biggest things in anything is pattern recognition. One of the biggest, the market is one of the best tools at acquiring wisdom because it is the direct result of human behavior. Fear, greed, FOMO, it's all represented in the market. So when I'm looking at the charts, I don't think levels or events. I think patterns and participants. And that's one of the greatest things about trading is that when you're trading and you're working at it for a level of personal development, you grow in all areas. So one of the first things that I want to do is when I look at the chart, I just say, what is the environment that we're trading in? So if you look in this right now and you say to yourself, well, what is the environment that we're trading in? We are trading sideways. We are in a ranging environment. If you zoom out a little bit, you would say to yourself, we are trading in a downward trending environment coming off of an all-time high. We can see that we had a little bit of an impulse here and then a correction and then an impulse, then a correction. And so you say to yourselves, okay, what is the pattern emerging? And does this pattern have any tells or anything that I could profit off of it? Well, I'd say one of the things that I'm looking at immediately is time. I want to look at the time pattern of what, from this impulse, what is the time relationship of this correction? I could see that the impulse took less time than the correction. And so here I have an impulse and now I have a correction. Does this does this correction have any behavior that's ongoing? Well, yes, typically, right? We see it either reach higher and dip lower or reach lower and dip higher. You can see here previously we had a nice SFP, a nice tail on the bottom side. And then the pattern was trending upwards. It had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches, bam, to the downside. Let's see if this one is emerging any different. Ready? 1, 2, 3, arguably 4, right? So we start to look at these patterns, then we look at the participants and the behavior. That is first, before we start searching for levels and using tools. That's the thing, is a rookie trader is always looking at events and indicators. But good traders are thinking in patterns and behavior. So this is really, really key if you're going to be a big or a better trader. If we zoom on out here and we want to look at the greater, just basic behavior, right? Well, if we look back here from January 2021, right where we started ranging, we can see that we are at a critical level of support. I mean, does this influence the way we're going to trade? No, we're just aware of it. We're aware that this could be a critical level of support. So how does that influence our trading? Well, we're looking for longs wherever longs present themselves. But we are aware that we are in a downtrending market. So we're looking for shorts wherever shorts present themselves. So currently, this market dipped up above the max pain zone. This is another thing when you're looking at the market, you have to ask yourselves, who's in control right now and where will these people be uncomfortable? Who's uncomfortable in the market right now? So for that, we might look at delta. We might look at open interest. We might say, like, were there a lot of shorts that opened at the lows? Were there a lot of were there a lot of longs that opened at the lows or shorts, right? What are we moving away from? And right now, what we're moving away from was a big uptrend from the bottom. Everybody thought, oh, we're back, baby. We hit that 74,000, fast rejection. 1, 2, 3, 4 days to the downside. Now we've had 2 days to the upside. What are we moving away from right now? And that's what we're going to get into now. So basic question is, what are we moving away from? What kind of environment are we trading in? Are we trending down? Are we trending sideways? Are we trending upwards? Right now, we're trending in the medium time frame sideways. So we're looking for ranging markets, right? We play the range until it breaks. So with that, we're just going to get into higher time frame horizontals. Let's see what played out. We do have arguably a weekly level down there, right? For a weekly level, what are we looking for? We're looking for a change in direction with nothing that has gone through it on the right. Trading is always moving to the right. When we want to see what's going to happen next, we're always looking left. So, weekly, now we look at the daily. Having a little bit of a lag here on my computer. So we see that we still do have a daily level above and we do have a daily level below with arguably that weekly level. All right, cool. Now we've got our high time frame support, resistance, but really this is value, right? So this is where value has taken a chance because you could see here that these wicks still were price was moving to the upside, but really we didn't build any value up there. So that's good for that. Now we're just going to take this little local range here and we're going to extend it and update it and see if anything has changed here. So I'm just going to drag this here. I can see that the point of control has not moved, the value area high. So right here, we can see we had a value area high test, fast rejection. It's either going to be slow acceptance or fast rejection. So that's good for that. Now I want to start to look at some more critical data. So for that, I'm going to bring up ATAS. I know a lot of you guys are starting to use ATAS, right? Which is great as long as you don't take it as gospel, right? We're looking at this for participation. Remember, we're looking for pain. What is the behavior of the market, right? So right here, what do you see? What am I looking at when I look at this screen? Well, I'm looking for previous day's value, unresolved points of control, i.e. naked points of control. So I can see here that I don't really have any clear naked points of control until 81,025. Nothing really naked, and I can see that we have opened inside of previous day's level. That's always key when you're going to be trading in the day-to-day and you want to see how value moves. You just want to see what is the relationship to the prior day's open. So you can see here, this little line here was where price opened, and here's where we are currently. So typically when you have an open, you're more thinking it's going to be a ranging day. When price opens outside of value, that's more we're going to have more volatile. Either it's going to sink back inside of value and make a value rotation, or it's going to be a volatile time where it's going to really seek out and look for a new value or look for a level to test. So we've got nothing new there. Let's go here to the weekly perspective. We can see also weekly opened outside of value. Now we're making our way back up, possibly even a value rotation. That would be 73,560. We can see we have these unfinished highs, right? This is for the week. We want to see these nice big wicks or these nice selling tails, buying tails to see that finished business. And you can see here, this is a little bit of a finished business kind of looking here. Price opened, fast move to the upside. Let's go here to the monthly. And you can see monthly inside of value, stacking value up to the top. We did peekaboo a little bit outside, but nothing really out of the ordinary. So really there's nothing, no levels to look for there. So here, this is another chart that some of you guys have been asking me about, and this is your basic TPO chart. Now, what this is showing me, this is value over time, price, opportunity. Really, it's just showing me the footprint of the day, right? The candles can be kind of a one-dimensional view. So the TPO chart just gives you that real, it lets you see visually how value migrated for the day. One tip is that if you come here and you circle your cursor above that and you hit the tab, you can extend these days like this for any of you guys who are using this, and then you just put it right back. So as you can see here, right, price open inside of value. We went to the edge of value. We haven't really created a selling or a buying tail. A buying tail is characterized as at least 5 or more single prints, right? So this is really showing you the SFP. or finished business, as we like to call it. So we can see here that we're really tuning up for a ranging day. You can see got some unfinished business at the highs, right? So I would expect that we come on up here and clean that up. This is just showing you liquidity built up. And if you zoom in here, you'll see these letters A, B, C. That means in the first half hour, we have touched these highs up here. So quick visual of how that looks. So if I come here and I go to the 30-minute chart, I can see probably that these are all 30-minute charts. And as you can see here, we kind of just got that solid highs, right? You can see here, boom, 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 boom. So there was just that real equal high where we kind of just set like a nice supply demand zone. So we would expect that to either come be SFP'd or maybe flip into support. This is unresolved business. This is what you're looking at when you're looking at a TPO chart. Today's going to be a tutorial basically on how to use stuff and really just, this may seem complicated, but it's really to simplify. All of this stuff is just to give you the same outlook. It's really just to say, where's price likely to go? What are we moving away from? Where is there unresolved stuff in the market? Who's in control? And this is the next template that we have here for that who's in control, is where we really come on up here to this delta chart. And this is going to be showing us 30-minute candles. And really what matters most here is the open interest and the relationship to the delta. As you can see here, we want to look at the highs and the lows. So you can see here at the bottom, what did we see? We saw an open interest flush with that negative delta. So that's telling us that sellers just got flushed out, right? The open interest just got smoked, CVD to the bottom. Now we can see here the lows, and then we had up here higher lows. But we saw the lows and then CVD was making lower lows. This is very bullish price action if you see a lot of shorting with open interest increases. And as you can see here, open interest increase. What's the delta? Primarily it's negative delta, negative 5 million, negative 6 million. So as you can see here, you have the aggressive sellers in the market, but the price is going up, showing you that something's absorbing the price. So let's just go here locally, and we can see here we've got a low, kind of just riding this VWAP right here, open interest flush to the downside. I would classify this as locally bullish, right? Low, low, higher low, lower low, higher low. It's just really just ever so slightly bullish, somewhat neutral. I can see here the open interest increases are negative delta, nothing really super saying that someone's making a big move. So this screen is really just to show you like what is the next big move. Is the bigger trader up to something, right? So really and then really just putting all your framework together, just coming here and then just putting it all together, right? We'll come to the 1 hour chart. We'll just give ourselves a nice view here, and we'll just start to see where things stack up. We bring in our local range levels. We can see here we're trading at the value area high, locally, downtrend with some unfinished highs. We can see we have some support beneath us down here, MPOCs. We can see that we are rejecting off of a naked weekly point of control at the value area high, right? So, as for right now, what is my outlook? Well, my outlook is that I just kind of want to see, now, where's my confluence zones? Well, I would say up here, I've got a daily level, and I don't really have a naked point of control. I didn't see a naked point of control daily up there. No. 73? No, I don't know why I marked that. That's actually not a valid naked point of control. Let's see if it's a time point of control. Yeah, okay, it's a time point of control. 72,550. So that's just showing me where where price spent the most time. So that is a time point of control up there, right near a daily level. So this might offer some resistance. Now I kind of have to gauge. Now this is where pattern recognition comes into play. When price gets up here, right? Is it going to not take the high? Who's in control as we come up here? We can see here that there's heavy shorting in the mix right now, right, with the CVD going down. So ultimately, this market structure, it could keep on going. So who would be in pain? Well, at that point, those shorts would be in pain. So where is max pain for this market? It was absolutely above the highs, right? So we would say max pain right now is right here. So even though we do have some support or some resistance right here, is this a level that we really want to trade? For me, not really, because we're not going to come all the way up here. And then we're going to have participants in pain already. Why not just hit the max pain and just take the whole highs? So I will be looking at the reaction at this level here. Let me erase some of this. I will definitely be looking for a reaction here in this little box, right? I will look for a reversal pattern, maybe a fast rejection, maybe an SFP. If a trade presents itself, I will take it. What do I want to see here? Well, I would love to see price SFP with some trap traders. I mean, really, that's number one. Other than that, what am I going to see that's going to need to convince me? Well, I'm at least going to have to see a nice fast rejection with a market structure change, right? A low time frame market structure change, maybe a 10-minute, 15-minute candle that closes below this level. If you're going to trade and you're going to trade unemotionally, you're going to have a rule set that's built on statistics. It's up to you to have those statistics. And that's one of the things that I asked you to do this week and come back next week was create a playbook. Create a playbook of some things that you like trading. Do you like trading SFPs? Do you like trading ranges, right? And so from there, I mean, really, right now I have two levels that I just don't like them that much. I have here this daily and this weekly, but really it's like this is where you get into the whole symmetry and when you get into the whole pattern recognition thing. To me, if this comes down here, right? I just don't really see this symmetry wise holding this. I mean, granted, right? This could definitely hold this support, right? Another thing that we have to be aware of is the point of control. Could the point of control offer some support, right? Just come on back here, right? Trend up. Maybe this is the higher low, and then wait, this is the higher low, and then we just keep on coming up, boom, 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 flipping all this like that, possibly. Yeah, right now I will be aware of these levels. I do not really interested in trading these levels. If a trade presents itself, I will take it. That trade did present itself here. I am in a short from right here today. The trade presented itself. It was undeniable. Two 15-minute candles that traded underneath the range high, below the naked weekly point of control, gave me a nice wick, so I took the trade. I also had a short from up here on a different account, so I'm in two shorts. I would love to be in a long. It's just, I just don't like the way these trades look, but I will trade them. Let's look at some altcoins here too, by the way. Oh, and also, by the way, Lev has been giving out some amazing shorts here in the Discord. Please, guys, get in there and get in on some of that action. And if you guys are taking those trades, hit us up, get on the brag wall. If you aren't taking some of those trades, let us know what's going on. Why aren't you getting in? Lev is posting these shorts, tagging people, giving exact entries. He's absolutely been killing it lately. And Reed Omophone, let's go take a look at this and then let's wrap things up. What is the ticker for that? Is that really the ticker? It's in, freedom of money. Is that really the ticker in Japanese? This is going to be the wildest search ever. Okay, so here we go. Freedom coin? Is it freedom coin? Freedom of money. There it is. Polynex. Where is it? Oh, that sucks. Can't even really trade this. Let's go take a look at this thing. It's, oh God, this is the 1 hour chart. You gotta love this. Okay. So yeah, this absolutely is, So yeah, I mean, how do you even TA this thing? Monthly high, monthly low, and then let's go to the weekly. Uh, yeah. Okay, so we do have a daily level here. Oh, we've got actually a daily supply demand flip right here. Boom. Let's do this here. Daily level. And let's go on here to let's go to the 4 hour and see how that behaved, right? Yeah, so this thing is not really behaving that bad, right? Resistance, 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 flip to support, and then it just took off. Yeah, really hard to TA this thing. I mean, how do you TA this thing? You just don't. What do? We do a Fibonacci extension from here. Fibonacci expansion, 2618. I really don't know. Yeah. I really don't know. Anyways, guys, we are shorting all the shit coins constantly. That's my Bitcoin plan. We will be trading live tomorrow. And yeah, stay tuned. More freedom of money coin. Gotta love it. All right, guys. See you tomorrow.